What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm C.
I'm P.
Oh, I'm Queen. I'm Sanchy. Yeah. That is what you're in for today, for sure. And I'm drinking, so it's not my fault.
Today we're gonna be talking about a video that Hafiz did from the Women's podcast. We're gonna leave the link in the description. It's called the Lack of Quality Men Debate. And the reason she's joining us to react is because she has a different opinion than ours between the men and women sphere. So I feel like it's a good idea to bring someone with an opposite view on things, so we can have a more quality discussion and not be one-sided.
And I love her and I wanted her here, so yeah.
That's space easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so basically, whenever you want to pause it and disagree with them or agree with them, just say and then we'll pause it and we'll talk about it.
I'm pretty sure I'll be more disagreeing because it's a man talking, but okay. Let's go. Let's do this.
Alright, let's do it. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's because she's here. She's gonna be. I gotta go backwards.
Children, calm down.
Okay. Sorry.
As always, let us know what you think about the video in the comments below. Like, subscribe, ring that bell so you can get notified for upcoming videos. No.
And one more thing, and if you like her, join us in the discussion. Tell us in the comments so we can bring her back.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys hate her, tell us in the comments
So
why you hate her.
up.
And I won't care. It's okay.
I'll find you.
I don't like all of you either, so.
Roast them after the roast you, okay? Not before.
Why not before,
Roast them
during, and
the
after?
I'm not roasting nobody. I'm nice. That's my nice side.
Nice side. Alright, guys, let's begin.
If a man's passion is to be a teacher, for a lot of women, he's disqualified because of his passion. Because if we look at the average teacher salary, I was a teacher, I can say my salary. Average teacher is technically making $50,000 a year. Mm-hmm. Right then and there, he's amongst that group. He's passionate. He's giving it his all. He's working with the students. He's doing extra hours. But for a lot of women, because he's making that much money, he's disqualified.
That was a preview.
Because he's not making that much money because he's making that much money.
You're gonna explain it more.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and begin. Psychology Today, all these articles linked in the description below. It says marriage rates are on the decline in the United States and have been for the last few decades. Data offered by the United Census show that nearly 70% of men and women were married in the 1950s compared to about 50% in 2018. It's actually like 49%. So for the first time in American history, there's less married people than single people. With a near 10% increase during the same time frame of men and women who've never been married. There are a number of reasons, clear point, there are a number of reasons for this demographic shift. For instance, delayed marriage, more long-term non-marital cohabitation, and perhaps less cultural emphasis on marriage, but might there be other reasons? Why aren't women getting married? Let's find out. New research identifies an interesting quirk in the marriage market that might explain declining rates of marriage. Taking an economic approach, the authors argue that there's a fundamental mismatch, and I think this is a big part, between what available men in the United States have to offer and what available women in the United States are willing to accept. I want to stop right here. There's a mismatch between what available men in the United States have to offer compared to what women are willing to accept. What are your ladies' thoughts about that?
I agree.
Okay.
Let's get opposite here. Do you want them to give the thoughts first or you want to go first?
I want to hear what they're saying first. Because even in the beginning when he's saying that the rate of marriage was higher in the 1950s, and there's a lot of reason for that.
Well, of course. So they're going to go through it.
Okay, I want to hear what they're saying first so we can go at it.
Financially?
In general.
Because think about this, going back to the last article, right? Where men drop out more than women do. Or just in a general sense. What are those men offering to these women now? What do they have to offer?
Well, I guess I can only speak to my experience. The men that I know, most of the men that I know that did not finish college probably make more money than me.
So generally speaking, let's not just go school or money. Do you feel like men today offer less than what women are trying to accept?
I know, actually.
So
I feel like women accept a lot, and that's why we're in this position right now.
So you think women are accepting too much? Okay, we'll talk about that later. So
the way he said that,
I'm a little.
I disagree. We'll get to that later.
I'm a little confused because when he was saying 1950s the rate were higher, it's because of several reasons, right?
Of course.
Because I feel like women were more accepting back then of way more than now, because women used to marriage for different reasons than love or money, right?
Exactly.
Shame. Right? The men used to cheat, have dual family, but they don't want to have
some of them.
They don't want to carry most of them.
I don't think we have any concrete proof that most
they
of
had
them did.
Timothy. They had what's on the side. Okay, so I feel like even though they know what their husband was doing, they were so afraid to be the divorcee. They want to stay.
That's one reason.
Staying doesn't mean happy marriage.
Of course.
I feel like now women want to have that family. In my point of view, we want that family. Granted, some of them go after the wrong reason, like money or whatever. But I feel like ultimately, I know you guys are gonna be like, no, most of them want to have a happy family.
Well, I'm pretty sure most people want to have a happy family, but it's exactly how you go about it.
I agree.
Yeah, but I don't think it's most women want. Nowadays, we're talking about right now. I don't think most women want a family. I think most women are more leaning towards the feminine side of things, where they want to have that business aspect and they want to be able to catch up with the men with money. They're more focused on that, because nowadays you hear women making fun of the whole housewife scenario. So it's like
I can do it on my own.
I can do everything on my own. I don't need no man. It's only when it comes down to wanting kids that it's like, okay, maybe
But even then,
it's like I could do it on my own. Exactly.
See, okay. Let's take me for an example, right? I'm the girl.
Okay, before you go, we're not talking about individual people. We're talking about in general, females in general.
I know. Okay. I'm the one that be like, I don't need no damn man. I got this. Or if I want a baby, I go to a sperm bank. I say that all the time. But ultimately, no.
That's not how you want to live your life.
But we don't. This is the thing. We've always been seen as the vulnerable, emotional, and sometimes we say things just to not be seen as so. Just because a girl say, I don't need a man, but she's like, oh my god, now she be like, oh my god, I want a man to hold me.
You know the reason I think for that? I think we women take being emotional is a negative.
That's what society make it so.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily negative,
it's
because
not,
because it's a balance. If you're a man and you have no emotional side at all, you're not gonna be. You can be a good person. Exactly, you're a machine.
Exactly, I agree.
But also you cannot be too emotional. You know what I mean?
But
so I think when you say emotional, women think if I'm emotional, then I'm automatically weak. And that's not necessarily true.
But that's what they tell us. Just like they tell men, oh, you can't be sensitive. You're
Exactly.
not a man. Sometimes when a woman voice her need, when it comes to like having a family or love, they be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like she's either thirsty or desperate. You understand what I mean? So just because she make it seem like, oh, I don't know, man, we want that family.
Yeah, but I
think the love.
I think the society we live in now will make it seem like if you are a typical woman who wants a family and this and that, and you don't want to be like a CEO of a company that you are automatically less than.
Yes. And
that's what the problem is.
And I feel like we choose to show that side of us to the person that we feel like is our person.
But not to like other people.
That don't mean nothing. No, we don't care.
All right, let's continue. You got anything to say? Right.
So maybe they propose women aren't getting married because the highly desirable men are taking. What are your thoughts upon that? I heard Shawnee said something she had to say about that later.
Yeah, because I felt like all the highly desirable men aren't taken. But even, all right, so even going back to what these men are offering or the lack thereof, the reason why most women aren't getting married right now is because if I feel like I'm up here and the man is below me because I can make more money now, well, how about this? I can be more self-sufficient now. Back then, like when my mom was growing up, she couldn't be as self-sufficient as I am, as as my age. So I feel like if it was a man that was on the same level with me, if he wasn't doing better than me, I don't see what he could offer that would make me want to not settle with him per se, but like pursue a relationship and then like commit to him.
No, that's a fantastic point, and we'll talk about that as we go forward in the article. To me, I feel like
real quick, I see you making a face.
I don't agree.
You don't agree with that? Okay. We might have some hope for you still.
I feel like
we might have some hope for you.
some men have way more to offer than just money. Let me just say that.
Well, I was gonna say, what is highly desirable?
Exactly. I think you're talking about money, right?
Like they
exactly.
They
I was
just
gonna
go
say that.
straight to the money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, why?
I was gonna say
For
to
sure.
her, she went straight to the money.
But
you know what I mean?
But I think that goes deeper because when you love somebody, money should not be a factor in that. Money is important for the household, but it should not. It should not be the main. How you call it? How you value the man, right?
Yeah.
You know,
that's the main reason.
Exactly. So especially when you're married, because I think people marriage go crazy because people make money more important than the bond, right? Let's say I meet somebody, right? And I love you, get married. Let's say I'm making six figure, hopefully one day. I will. And then he's making less than me. He's not making less. We're making this amount because that's what love is. Once you say I do, you become one. It's not 50-50, it's 100 come and make one. So I think people like that understanding, and then the society decide what their marriage should be. When they stood there and say I do to that person, once they walk out, they be like, okay, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Bitch, stop. That's your husband, not their husband. That's your husband. Why do you come out that what they
Not
think?
just that, but like from the beginning, it's always the man is supposed to be the breadwinner, the woman is supposed to be taking care of the house. So like if it's flipped or reversed, most women are like, what's going on? Like usually the man is supposed to take care of
the man
me.
is the
So
housewife.
So exactly, if the man is the housewife, the women tend to either want that control, like pretty much make that man their like bitch, or like that one thing that we saw. What was it? Like I think it was wife swap when the woman was like, the man was, and she loved being in that control scenario.
And she ended up dominating him.
She was like very dominant.
I saw that.
Or it's more like they treat him differently, like they feel
like less than because you're not making the money. Like
or they make him like that he has to be the house person because if I'm making the money, then you need to take care of the house. Instead of thinking like you were thinking, like I believe people should think that this is 100 and we need to take care of our house together. But I believe that's not just in a marriage. I believe that's in any relationship if you are living together. Because if you're living together, this is now your home. So now you have to look at everything, the bills, maintaining the home, maintaining each other's personal happiness and personal mental health, all together.
Everything.
You know what? I think people think being a housewife means it's easier. No, it's not. Especially when you have children. These little
really
devils
hard.
running around making messes, you have to get after them. It's not easy. That's one.
It's even harder when you have to do both. When
Exactly.
you have to go to work and then you come home and you have to cook, clean, take care of kids.
But when you said trade places, I think it depends. If I married you, right, and you were this executive guy, let's say you had an income, and we got married, and then you decided, I ain't working no more, bitch. You got me, like, take care of it. That's a problem.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we talked about it, right, and we decide, I love my job, I love what I do, right, and then you're not happy with what you're doing, I'm okay with you staying home. Not forever. Granted, not forever, because even though my money is enough for both of us, at some point, I'm going to need some help. especially we have children.
So you're willing to help, but you don't want a loser who just stay at home and done.
I don't want no damn loser. Nobody want a loser. No, I'm good.
Okay,
Yeah, but I feel like that's for both.
Been there, done that.
But I think there's kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Double standard.
Thank you.
Because a man is willing to take care of the wife, even though she says, you know what, you're making enough money, I don't want to work anymore. I just take care of the kids and stay home and do that. A man is willing to be like, fine, you can do that. But a woman is way less likely to be like to let a man just stay home for forever and she works. That's not wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong for not wanting a man not wanting to take care of the man for the rest of his life. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying this kind of a difference between men and women. A man is willing to let a wife stay home and just be a housewife the whole life and take care of her, but a woman is less likely to do that.
Again, I think it's a conversation.
Yeah.
Talk to your people, your person, and be like, yo, this is what
But from what you're saying, you
but for
like,
me, because I know, because they always tell you when you know somebody, when something's happening, you go back to the beginning. I know how I met you. I know I got attracted to you doing that. So if something happening, that might change something in me, because I'm not used to seeing that person that's not doing anything. Not to say you're not working at home, but I didn't see you like that. Something is lacking.
I get what you mean.
You understand? I wanna. If I'm okay, let's say if I'm a millionaire one day or billionaire, and you home with the kids and they will see you in the best education, and my kids are thriving. Oh, baby, stay home.
Are you fine with him stay home indefinitely? Okay, so he has to bring something.
Yes,
not just
because it's a partnership.
Yeah,
it's a partnership. It can't just be me,
but
either with the money or whatever else.
But I think there's not that many women out there that have the same mindset as me and you in that scenario.
Maybe that's because we are unique.
That's what I'm saying. There's our percentage of women are a lot
very low. We're
smaller
You know,
than the percentage of those high-end feminists. Like, I need to be able to work, but you also need to work too.
Okay.
If I'm making this much, you need to make this much. Like,
okay. Feminism.
it's almost like a competition instead of a relationship.
The fact that you said feminism, feminist, being a feminism is not a problem.
It's not a problem. I'm saying
I feel
those
like
I'm
society
saying those
is
high
deciding what feminism means. You understand?
I get what's going with that, but I feel like the feminism has like switched. Like back in the day when the women were fighting for equal rights, like to vote and to not be treated less than a man. I believe feminism then yes, but I believe nowadays feminism has switched.
But that's what I'm telling you.
More,
society got decided what it's supposed to mean, right? So I mean, even now, women still get treated differently than men. You understand? We need feminism. We need the feminists out there that are fighting for that. I am a feminist. You understand?
The way it is now, where I don't need no man, I can do it like
not that way.
Exactly. So you like the original real feminism, not the one now where they say I'll need no man, I can take care of everything by myself.
But let's not also think that if somebody decides they don't want a relationship, it doesn't mean like they're against the whole way of life. They might choose not to. They might be through some heartbreak and they be like, I'm done. That's not and that's okay as well. You understand? But my feminism come where I'm like, I want equal. I want to be treated equal.
This is a conversation for a different video.
For sure.
But guys, this is gonna be a long video. So
too long.
We might make it two parts because I feel like it's gonna be a long video.
If I come back.
It's gonna be a long
only
video.
5 minutes.
We're only at 5 minutes. Oh my god. Alright, let's continue.
That's a big problem. And it's just my personal opinion because it's like, what's valuable to me in a relationship is loyalty, honesty, trust, dependability, faithfulness, consistency, integrity. All those things is irrelevant to your college degree or how much money you make.
Exactly.
But what I see is those intangibles are not things that people value.
Exactly.
And so I always, in my opinion, I always tell people, I said, you get what you value in a relationship. If you value attractive men, you can get attractive men. It's not saying they're going to be attractive, high character men.
Right.
If you value men who have lifestyle. You can get men who have the lifestyle. I'm not saying they're going to be faithful to you with the lifestyle. So I feel like what ends up happening is whatever you value is what you end up getting.
Yeah.
And what I see is that most people don't really value the intangibles, because in my experience, I'm a very picky. One of the main reasons I'm not picky with women, because I'm so picky myself. And if I was a woman, I'd be just as picky as you guys. And so,
We're picky?
Yeah, nothing wrong with
in
that.
there like that.
That's fine.
No, don't be picky. I'm picky as hell.
Exactly, that's fine.
I'm
You
picky.
should be. You should
My name
be,
is
right?
Sanchy and I'm picky. Hello. Why is she so mad about that?
But there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it is what it is. That's your life. I mean, I'm as a picky person, I'm not gonna look down upon someone else who's picky. Like, who the hell am I to be? So I don't look down upon it. But at the same time, I've always said, to me, it's a three-legged stool where it's beauty, character, spirituality. The way a stool can't stand on two legs or one leg, I don't care how fine you are, you must have the other two.
Yes.
So in my world, I could never just settle for a girl who just looks good with no character. But if I was one of those guys who all I cared about is beauty, you then will get obviously a lot of just beautiful girls who are lazy, who are entitled, who are this and that.
Right.
So I think that what they're saying is true, but I'm like, what are you asking them to offer you to be to like what is the deal? To be my boyfriend, you must have ABC.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's money, height, status. It's not integrity, character, honesty. And then people get mad when your person has money, height, and status, but they don't have integrity, height, and integrity, honesty, and character. And so
I think it's more of the concept of you want to have your cake and eat it too. Because women, they say that they want the man that has the money, the status, and the blah, blah, blah. But they also want the other stuff too. They're saying this, but then when they get that and they don't get the other stuff, then they're getting mad that they don't have the other stuff. But they're not voicing that they want the other stuff.
An example, I don't know if you're confused about this. Let's say a girl is like, no, I'm saying, no. I give you an example. Like, let's say a girl is like, oh, I wanna date a rapper. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what you're
money, exactly. So they go for the money, the status, or maybe they'll height while they got the
but once
talent.
they get there,
but a rapper is not someone who's gonna stay with women. Exactly.
or buy you flowers or doing stuff like
Exactly.
that. So like
You gotta know
my
what signing
thing
up
is
for.
that they'll say that they want these things out loud and they'll get these things, but then they also want these other things.
That's why I think
But
they're
it's
saying,
like you can't have both, or it's really rare to have both.
That's why I'm just a lot of girls are saying there's no good men out there, because what they look for is not good, right? It's not the thing they should be looking for in a man.
Yeah.
But if you look for those toxic things, you go after them and you're like, oh shit, this guy's not faithful, he's not loyal, he don't have no integrity, because he wasn't looking for that. You know what I mean? That's why I think the article is saying, women are saying, all the good men are gone. You know when girls be saying that, I can't find no good man anymore. I believe that's the main reason. You're not looking for a good man.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking for a bank,
They
or
go
someone who looks good.
They'll go to a strip club or they're like, I'm looking for a husband, girl.
A strip club?
Please.
I can see where I'm going. Let's continue.
Please.
Where I'm going.
Oh my god. It's
so those
true,
are
though.
things that came into my mind upon reading that article.
Yeah, because highly desirable is really relative.
Mhm,
Like,
mhm.
what is highly desirable? I feel like that's just so different for everybody. So that's where this challenges me.
I think highly desirable is like, I think we know who they are. The tall guys, the guys with the eyes, the guys with the lifestyle, you know, the guys.
He's not tall. I mean, he's short.
The guys
Is he
that.
short?
I don't know how to
He's not with a passion. He's like the tall guys.
like he hates them?
Like he's
I know, I know.
Look, it's got turned down a few times over
Oh,
the
it's okay, baby.
storyline.
You're cute. It's okay. Lord.
Women like the guys that walk in the room and girls turn their heads.
The wealth status lifestyle.
Yeah,
All of them.
yeah. And so
Okay.
and this is where this article gets interesting. So, focusing their analysis on single heterosexual women, the researchers used data from the ACS American Community Survey to predict the likely characteristics of these women's husbands if they had husbands, and then compare those characteristics to what actually available in the single women's dating pool. More specifically, the researchers generated synthetic spouses for the single women in their sample by first matching them with demographically similar race, education, military status, income, who happen to be married. I think this was an amazing thing they did.
Yeah.
Because usually when you ask women, what do they like? Single women, what they like, they create this, Frankenstein type being with better guy, 6'4", 10-inch penis, all the crazy stuff.
That's his
I'm not
fault.
trying to die. I'm not trying to die.
Whatever crazy.
Whoa, that's wild.
I'm not trying.
I feel like she,
Which one?
the one that's touching that.
The darker skin one?
No,
Oh,
the darkest one
light-
is just talking.
The light skin one.
Yeah, she's talking, but she has no idea what she's saying. That's what I feel like. But I feel like she's hearing her story and she's like, "Oh, girl, what are you saying? Like, oh, stop saying that, girl." I feel like they have different views when it comes to certain things. You know what I mean? Because that right there is like, "Oh, girl, stop, take it before you speak." But I think it comes down to the way they were raised too.
Mm-hmm. Wait, that's everybody.
Yeah, because let's say a little girl is seeing her mom burning out with the players and whatever. Even though she did not have a good life or good marriage, that's all she knows. Until she actually either goes through it and figure out that's not what she wants, or she got to hang out with some more different people. And then she's like, "Oh, that's not what I want." You understand? But they're gonna have to go through it to decide, "Oh, that ain't for me. That ain't for me."
I feel like it depends on the family that they grew up with, because of the fact of, like, some people will, like you said, follow down the same path, and some people will be like, "No, I don't want that."
Yeah.
Like me, for instance, I was like, "No, I want the total opposite." And
It's nature
I love
versus
this.
nature versus nature versus nurture. Nurture, they both has a effect on you, and some has more than others. Some people were raised in a terrible family, but through the environment, they moved away or something. They gain exactly. But some people, what the parents taught them is ingrained in them.
It's ingrained.
No matter how much you try to teach them, they can never go out of it. So it's like a balanced effect.
Yeah.
All right, guys, this is gonna be This is gonna be the end of part one.
It's okay. He's a boy.
I'm like, I'm so confused. Did you not just
We're
say?
probably gonna do multiple parts for this because it's gonna be so long. So
This is twice now that he's saying.
like,
I
comment.
don't know.
We have an editor. He's gonna
I'm like,
edit this.
editor,
people.
you know what to do.
Guys, this is what I gotta deal with, guys. This is what I gotta deal with. Like, comment, subscribe.
Oh,
Till next
editor
time.
is a little. So we'll see.
I'm actually gonna leave that in there.
What's going on, guys? Welcome
We're
back to
back.
the video, part 2.
Oh, sorry. He's doing his
You don't- you
thing.
don't-
Okay, go.
This is the second part of the other video we did.
The
We'll
lack
turn it
of
into-
quality of men debate.
The last credit men debate. We'll turn it into 2 parts because it's just a long video and we have
We
lots
talk a
to
lot.
say.
We
So
did.
I'm C.
I'm P.
Oh, I'm Sanchy. Oh, I am. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Let's continue, guys. I think they're drunk. That's
What?
what's going
I
on.
don't get drunk. Don't try her. Don't try me.
I'm not drunk.
Let's continue.
I'm not even tipsy.
Oh, you guys ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to die.
I'm an alcoholic, guys. I'm not.
So, whatever crazy thing they come up with. So what they did in the study was they said, let's see women like you who are married, and let's see what their husbands are like. So the synthetic spouses, I'm right here, were designed to reflect of the characteristics of the husbands of the similar married women. Thus, assuming women of similar demographics are looking for the similar characteristics in their partners, this method offers a starting point for documenting the characteristics single women might be looking for in a partner. So basically, they're saying that using your lookalike, whatever your lookalike is, who is she marrying? The researchers then compared the synthetic spouses with the real and available men in the United States. And here's where things get interesting. These available men fall short. So, for one more time, guys, what they did was they took a group of single women and they said, okay, let's look at their height, their race, money, income status, all these things, generally speaking. And then they found who are women who look same age, same status, just like you, who happen to be married. So they found lookalike women, and then they said, okay, what are their husbands' likes? So these women.
You understand what they're saying? Just make sure.
I think so.
You understand? So this is like they found you first of all women like you, same height, same status, like as similar as you as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And they find out who are those women marrying.
Mm-hmm.
And from that they found out what you look for in a man and figure out if you are if you are standards too high or if your standards are too low. You get it?
Or if it's average based
exactly.
on the other women.
So your clone basically. Who is your clone marrying? Based on that, they found out if you're crazy or not. Alright, let's continue.
Oh my goodness,
We're a special breed.
I know we are.
Look just like you, who have the same amount of money as you, same race as you. What are their husbands like? And they compared these women's husbands to the single available men that were in society, and he said these available men fall short. So let's continue. So how bad is it? According to the study, the kind of men that single women likely would marry if they were married, i.e. the synthetic spouses, were not only 26% more likely to hold a job, I think that's important, and more highly educated, but they also had nearly a 55% higher income than what the available men in the United States actually make. In other words, from an economic standpoint, the dating pool lacks the kind of men that women might be particularly interested in attaching to for the long haul. I want to just stop right here. We can talk about this whole conversation. What stands out to you guys from this part?
Now listen, you said a lot.
I know I did.
Okay, wait, unhighlight it for me.
She can read it, highlight.
Because there's something that you read, but that I want to read over. Okay.
Eddie, can you do me a favor? Can you lower her aperture by one f-stop, please?
My aperture.
Does she know
Wow,
what it means?
education.
I doubt it, but I'm being mean.
Probably.
Not being mean.
I don't know. Probably.
Okay, I know I can do it for
Nice.
you.
The comments will tell you if you're being
Come
mean.
back.
Oh.
Nice. Look, I wasn't being mean. I wasn't
I
being
should
mean. You know
have
what I
did
mean?
it
She
earlier.
goes,
I should have did it earlier.
But how bad is it? Yeah.
All right, hold on. Here we go. The kind of men that single women likely would marry if they married, i.e. the synthetic spouses, were not only 26% more likely to hold a job. Is that how okay. And
I'm not mad at that first part. I'm mad at the last part.
but they also had nearly a 55% higher income than what the available men in the U.S. actually make.
Yes.
explain it to
What
her,
we gonna do
please.
with that?
I mean, it's already hard to survive, really. Like the way this world is set up, especially in our society.
Yeah.
So it seems like an unrealistic expectation
Yeah.
that women kind of, we have this fantasy in our mind of how life should be.
That's what I like her.
And the reality is it's just not
That
that.
one hair though. in her
And
fun
for the
is-
1%ers
staring at
that
it.
could provide that lifestyle or that
But we're not
fantasy
perfect.
that we want, they are already taken or they don't want to be taken because they have so many options.
Yeah.
Or they're taking and want you to.
Double dipping.
That's important.
No, this is why this
Real quick. What do you think about the women wanting the man to make 55% higher income than the average man makes in the United States?
I think that's unrealistic
And
for sure. But I
Oh, then
also,
they do.
I also think that they also want to feel secure in a relationship, that they won't have to.
55% though.
Well,
You
that's
think
that's what I say unrealistic. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? I feel like just because they want to be secure and they want to not have to worry about that, you know, if especially if they come from a household that had to worry about that, I think that pushed them to want, you know, to go for that unrealistic number. You know what I mean? I think wanting a man that makes an income that is a stable income is not a problem. Just don't go overboard. That's what I would say.
So to summarize, they want luxury, not stability. 55% higher income is luxury, not stability.
Well, yeah, and again, that's society. Because tell them what kind of life they should have.
Exactly.
You understand what I mean? But I'm not mad at the education part. I love that.
And
I
the
love the
part,
whole job part.
like you said.
I like that. So I think it's just realistic. They just want that life that it's not really.
The baller life. I'm balling.
Which is not really all that, trust me. Because we've seen these reality shows, they be fucking 10 to bitches at once, so we don't need that. No more STD in the world.
Continue.
This one was big for me because I asked the question. I'm glad you ladies are here. It said they had a nearly 55% higher income than what the available men in the United States actually makes. So let's just go to where is it? Right here. How much American men earn at every age? CNBC.
Well,
right?
quick, I think that's gonna be surprising. That's the one I know with us too. I watched the video before. That's the one that's really like interesting.
So here's the ages. So let's just hypothetically say most of these guys. Let me zoom in for you guys. So you guys.
Please don't zoom in.
Okay.
I am sick.
I beg to differ. What?
Yes.
I know that doesn't say.
The buffer, the baffles.
There are tears coming to my eyes, y'all.
No. And so let's talk about this. So if the guy makes $58,000, let's say the guy makes $58,000. This
Real question, real quick. Do you understand the graph like they make?
I
That's
love
why
that.
they're so surprised.
You know what I love?
Uh-huh.
I love that. It keeps happening to explain it to me.
No, I'm sure.
Like
I'm
I
sure
know
you
your
understand.
sister,
No.
your older sister. Like that's nice. Thank
I know you can be
You
confused.
shouldn't explain it to her. You should explain it to me.
Wait, I'm also explaining to the audience what I'm explaining to her.
No, I got you.
Because if she's confused, the audience might be confused. That's
I
what
was.
doing.
I'm like, that's not
That's what I'm
possible.
saying.
No, it makes sense if you think about it. Think of the jobs. Think of all the jobs that you try to apply to in the manager position, and they're trying to offer you $11, $12 an hour.
Exactly.
Kind of makes sense. Think of the economy. Think of how the world is, and every state is different.
That's crazy.
And then think of all the reasons why
that's
people
with
are
a
homeless.
degree.
And,
Yeah, that's the
That's
average.
with
the
the
average.
degree.
That's
That
average.
means if you're not a degree, my man, you under
That's
26.
average. Yeah. Continue.
single available man makes $58,000, right?
These people.
And then his
He's not
lookalike
having it,
makes
you hear that?
55% more.
He's not having
What that's telling me is that his lookalike is making $90,000 a year.
So if you're
Also-
if you're 25 to 44 years old, you want somebody who makes 55% higher than you. That's $9,000 a year. That he has to make by himself.
Also, I think it depends of the degree.
What do you mean?
Like, let's say a person, a man is like a doctor or surgeon, whatever. He makes way more than that.
Yeah, but it's the average. It's the
This is
average.
the
There's
average
average
man.
doctors and people who makes
they're
who sell
in
McDonald's.
there, but
They're in there. It's average.
it's just the average.
You know what I'm saying?
Child.
Yeah, it's average. Let's continue.
Because like you have to think about it, how many doctor men's in that age, right?
Well, you
Or
know
they're
what?
in there.
I have a solution. Did three different men. That's 55% higher.
We're trying to make players
Oh
out
my
of
God,
you.
guys, don't give people ideas.
I'm messing you guys.
Your boyfriend's gonna watch this.
I'm faithful, okay? I'm loyal.
Let's continue.
Because remember, they just said in the previous article that the lookalike is making 55% more than what the available men in the United States actually make.
Ain't no way.
So to me, the question, yeah,
way.
he's like,
She's not having
what?
it.
Jesus.
Well, okay, because
She's not
I know what age
This
I
is the part
am.
of that.
Yes.
Of that.
Whenever I was, okay, so what? I started my career about 5 years ago, and I started out making $52,000 a year.
That's a flex. I don't know that she did that. I think she's just flexing right now. I think she's flexing. I don't know if she's trying to give us a backstory, a point, but I think she's flexing.
Ryan.
Here,
Let's go over it.
$52,000 a year,
She don't really believe it.
and that And that says $46,436 annually.
Yeah, that's the median income.
So
that's how
that's
much
her age
That's
range.
25
most guys make
So
at that
she's in
age.
between that
And
age.
so this is where this is the part that really blows my mind. Okay, look at it for guys. All right, now look at it for women.
That's
Women, the age gap. I mean, the pay gap argument is that women make less than men, and we need to break the glass ceiling.
Way
this, that, and the
less.
third. So
We also got a video about the wage gap.
Way less.
men at 35 are making $58,000 a year. Women at 35 are making $47,000. So the average guy is still making more than the
More.
average woman. Why does the guys who are married have to make 55% more than the average guy? Does that make sense, or am I tripping?
I mean, honestly, my mind is, I'm beside myself.
I can't
my
believe-
mind's kind of blown.
I can't.
You just
I
can't speak.
cannot. I
I
cannot.
think she's
Okay,
realizing that
I'm
she has
gonna stop
to
looking
come
at
back
this.
to reality. She's like, damn, I was. Oh,
Her thing was here, but now she's
She's
like, oh
like,
shit, I gotta go back down.
I'll be single for if I don't go back down.
Ask me the question again.
Okay.
I'm here with
So
it
Jess,
because this
Jess
is
had a
really fucking
question.
me up.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
She's pretty though.
in your mind, like
Yes.
as a man, when you see this, like, do you think this is accurate? Like, it's-
100%. But you got to ask yourself the question: what jobs can you get in America that make over $60,000 a year?
Are these people educated?
Look what we saw before. Go back to the numbers.
I'm stressed about that.
Relax. Look, most people, I mean, a lot of people, especially men and women, a lot of people didn't go to college. So even if they're educated or not, like, especially in the black community, most black people didn't go to college.
Very true.
And this is just all Americans. I didn't even get into the black number. They
Yeah.
got the black numbers too.
Don't go to the black.
that's lower.
They'll faint.
But to me, it's like, this is, remember, America's not Dallas, New York City, Los Angeles, Miami. America is Columbus, Ohio. America is Des Moines, Iowa.
Deerfield Beach.
America is, freaking Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's America. And so, in my opinion, what social media has done, it has confused people to what's normal.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, and so here's what I saw before. I looked up, and this is really small, so I'm gonna read it for you guys.
Yeah, you do.
I'm throwing a lot of numbers at you, so please forgive me.
Hold on.
I looked up income of families in United States in the 1950s. So it says in the 1950, the average family income was $3,300 a year. That was the average family, not the man or women. The family income was $3,300. Obviously, inflation is a bit different, so I got that number as well.
Things cost less in the
So-
past, so.
Today, $3,300 in 1950 is worth $37,000 today.
Okay.
So the man in 1950s, he was making $37,000 a year.
Makes sense.
So my thing is that, look, in the 50s, there was more men who were married than men who were married today. So women didn't have a problem with marrying guys who were making $30,000 a year.
Well, we didn't have a problem then because we didn't have a choice. Like that. What were we gonna
We
do?
couldn't get an education back then.
Right. You were the meal ticket.
Yes, but what I'm asking you, what I'm trying to figure out is, the guy is still making more than the women. That's where I'm confused.
So why are women expecting?
Why he's making more than you? Why are you discriminating against him?
I think that goes back to like the social constructs and like the societal standards of like some people are still traditional where it's like I want my man to provide and protect and take care of the family and lead the household. I don't want to do that. So even if I make a lot of money, like you have to make more than me so that you can take care of the family and lead.
That's what he said. They are making more. Then what's the problem?
Yeah, but I think the point he was saying, the problem is that the girls want the men to make a lot more.
Then what do you have to? What do you bring on the table though? If you are making money and you don't want to help the man take up the household,
But the woman wasn't.
then yeah.
Allow men to think about that.
But it's a household. It's not
Then-
just his household.
No, allow men say, I am the table. You know when they say what you bring to the table? A lot of girls say, I am the table.
Well,
It's like,
yeah.
what does
A
that
lot of
mean?
videos we see, that's what
So
they
corny.
say.
What does that mean?
Or it's like, I'm independent. I'm like, what does that have to do with bringing
That's
into the
it.
household?
That isn't like get me.
Being independent should mean you taking care of your family, helping your family. That's
Yeah.
what independent means. Like if you, okay, let me not say that.
I agree. I'm gonna keep on reading because there's a part that is really deep, and
There's a last
I'm not
thing
gonna read
we're
all
gonna
this
stop.
part. I want to read this part right here. I can skip this part. It's not really important. It's just saying some of the things that I was saying, but this part really stood out to me the most right here. Does it help you to read it by yourself? Because I don't learn well when people read it for me. Does it help you to read it by yourself? Or
It's fine.
Cool.
for me.
I
All right.
invest it either way.
So, adolescents today still report plans to marry, suggesting the consistent downward trend in marriage rates could reflect undesired singlehood. That's a very powerful point. Not necessarily choices to be single in the face of ample desirable options. Literature and colleagues' research is compelling because it identifies a potential economic issue tied to social demographics that may be responsible for changes in marital rates. And this is the part to me that is the most powerful. If the pool of marriageable men falls short of what women want, women might rather be single than settle.
Wow, that's so crazy. That's so crazy because it's all we've been saying. Like I think people get so butthurt about that. Like, why would I choose a lesser man who doesn't have all of the characteristics that I want, right? So not just here. So not if there is someone who does not meet the requirements that I personally have, why would I choose them just to say that I have someone? That sounds like
So
undesirable
We're
to
gonna
me.
stop it. You want.
that's a great question. That's a great point. Here's where it to me is
Alright, let's stop here. Let's stop here. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We're gonna stop here. Go ahead.
No, but she's saying, why should I settle? I agree, don't settle. But it depends of what you are looking for.
Don't be delusional.
Well,
Is that, you know what? When we were saying 55% higher, you were saying
that's delusional.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. One of the characteristics might be the man has to make double what
That's what
I
I'm
made.
saying. It depends
That's what I'm
on the person. Like if you are looking for somebody that is loyal, respectful, humorous, and what other good qualities?
There are qualities that's more important than
That's
others.
what I'm saying. If you're looking for these sort of qualities and you can't find that in a person, by all means, don't settle. But if you are one of the, I don't want to say crazy, but what's another word for crazy? More.
Like a not sorry for crazy?
Uh,
A nicer way to say
yes.
crazy? Just say crazy.
so crazy.
Yeah, say crazy.
Not so crazy. A girl out there that's looking for the money, whatever. Then you have to understand that whatever life you get with that, gotta deal with it.
I must say one last thing. I'm gonna let you go girl thing. I think there's a hierarchy of what you value in a person, right? I think like people like her, when she was saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna settle," whatever, she's thinking about money. You can tell. She's thinking about, I'm not gonna settle with the person, because she was saying, "Oh, I started off making $2,000 a year." I think.
I mean, I don't wanna.
I think she was saying money. I'm saying based on the evidence I found. This is my opinion. It's my opinion.
I don't wanna.
It's my opinion. I think
know,
that's why I said I think.
I'm a woman. I don't tell women what they're thinking, what they think. So
It's my opinion. Let me go to my
Okay.
opinion. I think she's still thinking about
The money
he's
part.
gotta make. She's putting more emphasis on the money, than loyalty, integrity, and those things like that. Those things, and loyalty and integrity, I don't think you should like compromise on those at all. But I think money, you can compromise on money. I think she won't do that.
No one is going to be perfect, and I think, like I said, money is important because you can have a household without having a stable source of income. But I don't think it's the most important thing
That's
in
my
a
thing.
relationship.
I think she thinks
That's
the most.
my thing.
I think in her mind she thinks the most. important.
And I think
most women think that it's the most important, and they shouldn't.
that one of my marriage friend, I was talking to her. I won't put a business out there, but she has this awesome husband that I was talking to them, and he was like, we both have a job, but it's good to know that if ever I had an issue, she can support me.
Mm-hmm.
Jealous who I can support her.
Mm-hmm.
I think that a match.
Exactly.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. It's a partnership. Don't just go. I'm tired of this conversation because these girls out there just stress me out. And then when they choose somebody that's beating them and cheating on them,
There's no good men out there. All the good men are gone.
I'm tired, babe. You choose the wrong guy, babe. You went for the wrong thing.
Alright, go ahead.
No, she said it.
She said it. She was gonna say, why you do this?
She said it. It's because me and her think the same.
I know.
That's why,
We're connected.
that's why I love her.
Connection.
So yeah, guys, this I got nothing else to say.
Yeah.
This video is kind of long, so we're gonna do it 2 parts. Tell us in the comments if you want her to come back to do more reactions with
I don't
us.
care what you want. She's coming back anyway. So
Yeah, you heard that? We don't care.
yeah, no.
But yeah,
I think what
guys.
he thinks.
Yeah, no.
Anything else you guys say? Anything else you guys say?
I'm done with
You good?
them.
Alright, guys, like,
I
comment,
need therapy.
and subscribe.
How dare you? Is this your channel now? You're just gonna take over like that?
I take it over.
Where's the drink so I can throw it
We'll
at
kick
him?
him out. We'll kick him out.
Alright, guys, see you next time.